All right, somebody has been asking for a little while now for me to try a wordle. I'm not really even sure how to pronounce it. I guess wordle. So this looks pretty interesting. So the way this works is it's two 5-letter words that are combined with the last 2 letters of the first word and the first 2 letters of the last word overlapping to form an 8-letter word, which isn't actually a word. So there's a couple of examples up there above me in the instructions for the game, and you can see how they took fishy and hyena and they share the HY, and so it becomes fish hyena, I guess. And spill with llama, and they share the L's. So, and then larva and vague, they share the VA. So I guess we just have to pick 2 5-letter words where one of them ends with the same 2 letters that the other one starts and stick them together. And other than that, the coloring is the same as normal wordles. So I guess we'll give it a try and see what happens. I don't really know what to even start with here. Let's see. In normal Wordle type games, things like store, I'd like to do store on Squirtle. Maybe something that starts with an RE could go with store. Or the other way around, something that ends in an ST could go before store. Let's see, I was thinking first and then store, but that would repeat the R. We could do stole. First and stole, that would be 8 unique letters, so that seems pretty good. Let's go with that. Okay, so there's an R, an O, and an E. My thought is to put the RE here, something that ends in RE, and then maybe like recap would be good. Cap, those would all be new letters. We need an O at the beginning, so we need something, maybe something O-R-E. We can't do store, we can't do score. We could do chore. Now that's gonna do the C in 2 spots, but that doesn't seem terrible. Chore and recap, let's try that. Okay, we still only have the O, R, and E. So, I don't know, I mean, could we, maybe something O-R, and then a word that starts with O-R, but, so it's interesting, we only have O and E, no A or I. We could have a U. In fact, OU isn't too bad as a possibility on either word, really. So, let's think about this. If we didn't have a vowel in the repeated part, right? It would have to be a double consonant that was at the end of one word and the start of another word. And with the consonants, I mean, we've got the R as a possibility, right? Could do something R. You know, something like DR would work at the beginning of a word, something like drain or whatever, but you're not gonna end a word with DR. So, I don't know that you can do a consonant pair in that middle, because with what we have, it just, none of them work as a start and an end. There's a bunch that work as a start, something R, but they're not gonna work as an ending for a word. So, I think, now we could have an R still, but I think it's gonna have to be like a vowel and an R, something like this, but then the second word has to start with that. We could do ER. Well, we could do ER. We did RE, we could do ER. Ooh, it could be error. You know, I was thinking, how are we getting so many gray letters when we've got 8 letters in the thing, but if we had error, it would repeat the R several times. Now, the good thing about guessing something like this is it's definitely gonna help us find the R. So I just need something that's a 5-letter word that ends in ER, only using the letters we have left here. Or reusing letters too. We could do the O second, for example. And we could do something like mower or mover. A mower error? Or a mover error? It would be nice to throw a U in there just to find out if there is a U. But I'm not thinking of anything that actually uses the U. Oh, under. Under would be good. Under error, because that's gonna check for the U. Also N and D, which I think are good letters. Probably better than M and W or M and V. So let's do under error. Ooh, it is error. But it's not under, it's... What's it gonna be? Utter? Utter error? I think it has to be utter, doesn't it? I think it has to be utter. I don't know what else it could be. Wow, that's a really tricky thing. I mean, the triple R, the double D, that is a very tricky word. But I think it almost has to be that, doesn't it? Let's try it. Utter error. Wow. Okay. Well, I feel pretty good about getting that in 4. That was a tricky one, I feel like. So let me know if you've been playing wordle, however you say it, wordle. Is this harder than usual? Are they typically like this? That was tough. I don't know, and it, you know, I'm surprised that I got it in 4, but at the same time, some of these puzzles, especially when they're longer like this, it is easier to get them in fewer guesses, just because you get so much information. I mean, I had so many grays at the beginning, there just wasn't that many possibilities anymore. So, is it pretty typical to get it in fewer guesses, or I don't know. So let me know, and if you did today's wordle, let me know how it went for you, and if you had a hard time with all those repeated letters. And be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles.